Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Manc Talk on Saeed TV. We are live and direct, you know what I mean? And we're with the brother right here, man like Big Steve. What you saying, man? Everything all good?
Yeah, mate, all good. Passports packed. Tickets, I've got the tickets. COVID test done. Portugal forms filled out, done. Taxis booked. Got me
Jeez,
euros,
everything.
got me Bermuda shorts, got me retro city top from back in the day, got me inflatable banana. I'm ready to roll, mate. I'm ready to roll.
Inflatable banana, you know, bloody hell, man. Bloody hell.
You, man.
What is going on? You ready to have a party? You're that confident you're going to win, right?
Yeah, man, I've said it, Alan, on the Big Six. You know, I'm confident. Listen, man, I'm a great believer in confidence in your team, man. You've got to give that energy to the players. You've got to give that vibe to the fans. You know, one of my pals who's coming with me tomorrow, he's Mr. Negative at the minute. You know what I mean? He's worrying about everything from the COVID test, the ticket's not working. Oh, he's crazy, man. But, you know, people are like that. You know what I mean? Some people are like that. Some people love the energy in that, and some people don't. But, you know, I've just got this feeling, man, that it's our time now. We've got to get it done now.
Absolutely. Everybody, make sure you like the video as you tune in, share the video across all your safe social platforms, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. So today, so you did your COVID test, then you got the tickets today. How long did it take, the tickets and everything today?
Well, to be honest, they did the COVID test on Sunday. I had to do this COVID test Sunday, and then we got the results Monday. So that gets us in Portugal. We had to go down to the Etihad today and queue up. So it was about 2 hours queue. It was chaos, mate. There were people opening their envelopes. There was no tickets in it. There was one ticket instead of two. There were people oh, you missed off my son. It was a bit mad, man. But that's just the city way, man. It's like there was 10 ticket office windows and only 3 was open, you know what I mean? And there's people queuing in the rain. It's just the usual. You know what the game, what it's like, these clubs.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah, no, it's like they don't want to hand over the ticket, do they? It's like they don't want to hand over the ticket, you know what I mean? It's like they're just grabbing it and they say to you, yeah, here you go. Finally give it to you. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but this is happening, man. But it's a huge week for the Manchester clubs. Obviously, you know what I mean? We're not at the heights of the Champions League, you know what I mean? But we are in the Europa League. But we're going to focus on City first. But City, you know what? Let's focus on United first because we're playing tomorrow. Europa League tomorrow. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Big game tomorrow. Harry Maguire looks doubtful for the game. You know, what's your overriding feeling? I know we talked about it last night on the Big Six, but Man United, they've got to win this surely, man. You know what I mean? Like this should be the lowest point for Man United if they don't win this. For me, that would be the lowest point in my.
I don't. It's been a weird season for everyone. It's been a weird season for you guys. Kind of feel a little bit sorry for Ollie, you know, because if you actually look at what he's achieved this season, you know, he's not done that bad. You know what I mean? He's not done that bad. He's got you to a final. You can only compete in the competition you're in. So you've done that. But it's a strange one, like you say. I mean, I've seen United fans. If I was speaking to United fans 10 years ago, you mentioned Villarreal, you're just blowing them away. But a few United fans I spoke to today are a bit like, oh, they're a good side, and they might do this, they might do that. But United's been nicking them results this year. I mean, you look at the Villarreal team on paper, and you look at the United team on paper, man for man, you're better than them. But my mate said to me that something that stuck out, and he said Villarreal are a good team, and they play like a team. He said that Emre's got them drilled. They play some good football, you know what I mean? And they're there on merit as well. They're not quite consistent enough to challenge for the league. But they're not a bad side, and it's a one-off game, and they're going to be up for it. You're going to be up for it, and I think United will win it. I do. I just think they'll win it. I don't know how they'll win it, but they'll win it. But it won't be easy. It won't be easy.
No. And I think with these Spanish sides, man, they've got something about them. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like you guys will know it more than anything. You were expected to beat Lyon, and they were, I think, were they like 7th in the league at that time? I think they were, weren't they?
That was just madness, man. But like you say, you you've got to watch these managers. I mean, we know Pep has changed after last year. We know he's a bit different. So he hasn't overthought anything at the minute. So we just don't want him to overthink this final. But I mean, Ole's not been too bad. He's got you there. But like you say, I mean, you guys are better to predict it than me. I mean, what's your biggest fear? Or do you think he's going to overthink it? Is there a certain player you think he should play? Who he's not going to play? Would you play McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Cavani? Does he lead the line?
This is it for me. I think a lot of people, assume that Man United have got a good team and they've got a good squad. Absolutely right. We've got a decent enough squad. We wouldn't be second in the league. Obviously, we're probably best of the rest. But when you deep in reality is that I just think there's certain circumstances Ole will get tested. And I think for me, it's playing certain players over certain players. So say now, Twanzebe Bayi, who does he go with? Who does he go with in the midfield? Is it McFred, who everyone knows they're absolutely useless together? You know what I mean? Who does he play on the left-hand side? Who does he play on the right-hand side? Does he play Greenwood? You know what I mean? These are the kind of questions where I look at and I think, you overthink it, more than anyone. Guardiola overthinks it and you're out. You know what I mean? Like, you always think that's going to be your squad, isn't it, Steve? You think, right, Foden on the left, Mahrez on the right. You're thinking, right, that's your team. And then as soon, next minute, boom. Guardiola changes it and you lose the final. I know the FA Cup, though. Was that a case of you had to rest him or did he just rest him for no reason?
I think he had to, because I think this season, I think he knew. I think he could smell that Champions League final. I think he fancied us against Paris, so he wanted to rest it. So he did it, and it worked. It was like a double-edged sword, because he thought, if I rest them, we're not showing them. We've played Chelsea twice recently. They beat us twice. Yeah, we've made 8 and 9 changes per game, and we've played different formations. They've never seen us play this false 9. So we come. Yeah, they've seen it on paper, but when we come up against them on Saturday night, I do believe that it'll be a different animal. I mean, and I've been watching Chelsea last few games, and you know what I mean. They're not as good as they think they are. Then, them City results make their record look good. You take them City results out of that, and you look at them. They've struggled last few games.
Exactly.
We're purring at the minute as well. We're purring. We're knocking the ball about like fucking prime Brazil on Sunday. They're enjoying our football. Aguero's just strolling about, putting it in the bottom corner, nodding it in the other corner. Listen, but the team spirit, we're on the back of the trophy lift. They're all buzzing. Probably had a few beers this week, and then we're ready for business now.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And you'd hope so. Man United are. Norwegian Mr. Beanout goes, his in-game management is a big danger. He could cost us the final. And that's the biggest thing. When you've looked at Ole, what would you think his deficiencies are in terms of his style of play? What would you think, like you're thinking, what he should be worried about in terms of, because obviously you've seen Man United more than anything, you know what I mean, in terms of over the years and whatnot. But this team and Ole, especially when we played you at City when you won us 2-0 and he didn't go for it, what's his kind of weaknesses you think he needs to get rid of them before the final?
Listen, the thing I think with Man United, I think if you start the game and say to Man United, come on, you beat us. Don't think they can. I think if you go at Man United and think we're going to roll them, and you try and storm Man United, I think they catch you out every time. They just lay traps for you and they catch you on the break, and then before you know it, you're getting beat. The derby at the Etihad, the best thing that could happen to you happened. You got a penalty in the first minute, meaning Man City had to then come out at you. If we'd have just sat behind the ball passing it, you'd have got frustrated. We'd have passed you off the park. We'd have won that game. So, look, Villarreal, if I'm Emery, I say the same. Keep the ball. Don't go too crazy. We've got 90 minutes to go at them. Just be patient with the build-up. Let Man United force it on us a little bit. They're the big, so-called bigger team. They're going to be, the pressure's going to be on them. Let them come at us. And then I think he's going to try and pick you off. Where Ole needs to be clever and not do that and just think, you know what, keep it calm, control the game. Let them have the ball if they want to have the ball. If they've got the ball in their own half, he ain't going to damage you. And I think United's got the substitutes and the players late on to make an impact. If he needs to change it, he can. But I don't think he's got that. Sometimes he stands on the touchline and he looks a little bit clueless, where I think Are you making a change? Are you going to change it? You know, whereas you look at Pep, and Pep will just go to 4 up front, or he'll go to a false 9, or he'll take a defender off and put an extra. You know, he's always thinking to how to win the game. Whereas Ollie, I think he just sets up how Ollie sets up. And sometimes if the opponent falls into United's trap, then it works for Ollie. If the opponent's clever and stays off and goes, nah, come on, you come and do us, I don't think he's got the answers for it. That's what I think might happen.
And also, you know what I mean? You've been in a few finals or whatnot, you know what I'm trying to say to you. How is it for you in the final? Because we've not been there. We've not been there for a while, man. So how is it in the final? How different is it? You know what I mean? Obviously, you felt it or whatnot, and in terms of the feeling of, you know, a team, both teams, you think if you're superior than the other team, and then somehow it's like, you know, both teams on that day and the feeling that they have when they go on that ground and then, you know what I mean, certain chances and what that they have. It's different, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's almost like form goes out the window.
It does. I mean, in a final, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to go watch City in a few finals these last 10 years, and we've won a lot more than we've lost. And I don't know. I think when you watch your team home and away over the years, you get a little feeling, and you know a good team, and you know in your if you're not blinkered and you can watch your own team and know there's faults, then you can admit there's faults. That's why this season with me, I'm confident because I just think if we turn up on our day, which we've done for probably 80% of the season, we beat anyone. And I just think there's no way on this God's earth now. Pep, with his record in finals, he's not going to have them tuned up. And if we go out there on Saturday night and we play our best and Chelsea beat us, then I'll be the first one to come on these streams and say, well done, Chelsea, congratulations. Like when Wigan beat us, they deserved it. We didn't deserve it. We didn't play well. But it's all right going through these competitions and getting to these finals. Final is where you've got to turn up. You've got to turn up at that final and win that game.
You know what, man? For both teams, I think it's significant, man. You know what I mean? When you look at it, the reality is, Man have not won a champion. I won a trophy for 4 years, and Man City have not won that elusive European trophy. So at the end of the day, yeah, I know City have won the double. Sorry, no, you won the Premier League, haven't you? And the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
So you've won them two. Obviously, you know what I mean? The Carabao Cup is expected because you were the favourites or whatnot. But this one here, though, do you think like you've got to like justify yourself now? And obviously, Man United as well. You get me? If we don't win one, mate, listen, Ollie has to be sacked. But obviously, for City, you know, people will come at you, man.
We've done. They said you've got to win the Premier League. You'll never be a big club till you win the Premier League. So we won the Premier League, yeah, under Mancini. Then they said about the FA Cup. We won the FA Cup. Pellegrini came in. We won the Premier League. Won the Carabao Cup. Pep come in. He's got to win the Premier League his first season. He didn't. He's not going to win the Premier League his first season. He needed his players. Then he won it. And then they said, yeah, you're not going to good enough unless you win it back to back. So his first time he won it was a Centurion season. Never been done. The second season was a formidable season. Never been done. Then we come up against a good Liverpool team. Blew us away. But we regrouped this season from where we was on New Year's Day. Like you say, we've come up. But this season's a different feel. The team just feels a little bit different. It just feels that it's not as gung-ho as it was. It's not as swashbuckling. We're not just going to pile everyone into it and get caught out. I just think we've got a lot more about the team now. If we need to have a tight game, I think we can defend. Whereas the past few years, the defence has been an issue. I think the midfield has got a lot of options. Rodri, Fernandinho, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. He can put Cancelo in there. So I think he's got a good mix in there. And then up front, we've won the league and the Carabao Cup with no striker. We've not had a striker all season. So we're going into the European Cup final with no striker. So, you know, it's mad. And that's how good we are now. He's got us ticking a little bit like Barca. Barca won everything with no striker. With Messi, you know what I mean? But we got Phil Foden, not saying he's Messi, but he's turned up. He's having a go. He's English. He's a Manchester lad. He wants it, mate. And you know, it's like United all them years ago when they had them young lads. You feel a little bit comfortable when you've got one of your own on the pitch that is driving it. He knows what it means to the fans. You know what I mean?
And also, man. And also, what I think is you've got match winners all over the pitch, mate. You know what I mean? I think with United, we've got probably Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, and Cavani. You've got all over the place. Phil Foden, De Bruyne, you know, Gundogan. You know what I mean? Mahrez for me is key this season. I think last season it was all like kind of Sterling kind of coming out of somewhere. You know what I mean? Mahrez wasn't in and around the team, was he? He was a bit in and out, wasn't he? You know, obviously De Bruyne was in there, but do you know what I'm trying to say though? Is that now
you look at Sterling, yeah? Look at Sterling last season, yeah? Sorry to interrupt you, but he was class, yeah? He was class. And everyone's like, oh, Pep's done this with him. Yeah, he did. Look at him this season. Can't get in the team. Look at Phil Foden. How good is Phil Foden? Look, Phil Foden just looks... He can pass, he can shoot. He might not be as fast as Sterling, but I tell you what, he offers you more at the minute, because Sterling at the minute is getting in some fantastic positions and he's missing, he's making the wrong decision. I tell you what, if there was a player one-on-one in a final, Foden or Sterling with a keeper, you'd have to choose Foden. You couldn't put Sterling one-on-one with no one at the minute. He can't hit a bar goal.
You know what, man? Would you sell him, by the way? Would you sell him?
For me, I said this. Listen, I said I'd sell him, not because I don't like him or I think he's not a bad player. He's a great player. But what I'm saying is, with the emergence of Foden and the emergence of Jesus maybe going out there as well, what's the point in keeping him? So if you can get 80 million for Sterling and put that 80 million towards Harry Kane, then that makes perfect sense to me. So yeah, sorry Sterling, Foden's coming now. So you've probably, what's Foden worth? What's Foden worth? Now, if Real Madrid came in for Foden, what would he be worth? 100 mil? Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, so get rid of Sterling, buy your striker.
Ferran Torres as well.
Yeah, Ferran's in there. Don't know where his best position is, Ferran. He's played him at number 9. He's played him left wing, right wing. He's another one. So Sterling at the minute needs to have a look at himself, because there's a lot of young lads chomping for his place, mate.
Exactly, and that's why for me, you know, I'm trying to say to you, I feel like Pep now has to stop the nonsense now for me. He's got to go in there. Obviously, I don't want it to happen, but for your sake, mate, you know, he's got to go in there and provide the right team. He's wanted Leon, tried to play it clever, tried to do this and that, and he couldn't break them down. Your worry against Chelsea has to be breaking them down. It has to be, because he did it against the FA Cup. And I know you're going to say you didn't have the players there, but the principle was, though, that they still were good defensively. They'll play 5 at the back, right? And they'll make it ugly, and they'll nick a 1-0 win, and they'll win the Champions League. That's what you guys have got to do. You've got to be street smart. Do you bring in Fernandinho, or do you bring the pretty Rodri in there just to kind of tick-a-tack of football? This is what you got to do, man. This is the kind of things where...
Rodri's had a great season, but last few games he's made crazy mistakes where he's put Diaz, he's left Diaz in a hole. He's playing the back passes to the wrong people and that. So for me, a few weeks ago, I was all for Rodri starting because I thought he was a little bit more mobile. I think he would have got around the park. You look at the Chelsea midfield with Kante, Kovacevic and that in there. They're a bit of a dog of war midfield. So
who's that, sorry?
Kovacic. If he can stay in there, if Fernandinho can mix it without getting sent off, you know, I'd put Fernandinho in there. But there's an argument for starting Rodri, seeing how it goes, and then bringing Fernandinho late in the game to control it if you're winning. It's a nice substitution to make that. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like for me, you know, City, I've just got to get the first goal, Steve. You know what I mean? Like us, with us as well. I think either way with us, I think we'll win the game, because I feel like we've got better players. But City and Man City and Chelsea, I think there's nothing much to separate them. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's much to separate them. But you've got match winners on the pitch. But if you guys don't get the first goal and they just sit back, you know, I think it's gonna be curtains, man. You know, we've got Raheem Sterling's quotes here. He goes, at the end of the season, if you look at Man City, even the last couple of months with the games I've missed, I'm still top 2-3 goal scorers in the team. Wow, he's trying to make his point there. But at the same time, I'm nowhere near the level I can be. At the same time, in our season, I am the one who's still producing the most goals. Wow, he's getting back.
He's also frustrating. He's getting the ball. He's losing it. Do you know, when Chelsea beat us at the Etihad, he caused that goal because Rodri was coming into midfield, Sterling was stood right facing Rodri, and instead of making that run there, so Rodri could turn, Sterling didn't move. So Rodri had to turn back, and when he turned back, the ball took off him. Pep went mental at Sterling, and people going, "Oh, Rodri lost the ball." He lost the ball because Sterling didn't move. Now Foden doesn't keep still. So when you're running towards Foden, he's running off, he's taking the man away. And that's little things like that in a game will cost you the game. And I don't think Pep trusts him enough playing in the Champions League final. I don't think he trusts him. I think he trusts Foden more with his movement. I just think Sterling, I don't know, he's a nice substitute to have to bring on a bit of pace. If Chelsea are tired, bring him on, get him running them around. But I don't trust him enough, same as Pep, to start him.
And who would have thought Phil Foden, man, 20 years of age, would be
brilliant?
I think, City's most important player, in terms of what they can do. That goal against Brighton was unbelievable, by the way, just to get the ball and run with it and just do that. He's got a touch of gold about him. And I think, when I watch, I'm not comparing it to Messi, man. I'm not, you know what I mean? But when Messi played against us against 2009 and 2011, we just couldn't handle him. And I think if Chelsea play Reece James on the right-hand side, I know Reece James is a decent right-back, whatnot, but if he could get his number, Foden, mate, I think that's where the game's won and lost on the wings, me. Mahrez on one right, Foden on the other. And then you got De Bruyne through the middle.
I'd play the false nine with De Bruyne through the middle. I'd be interchanging, swapping all game. I'd have Foden out on the left, then I'd have Foden in the middle. I'd have De Bruyne out on the left, De Bruyne out on the right, Mahrez in the middle. I'd be interchanging it like mad, because when we do that, not many teams can live with us. I'd have De Bruyne dropping deep, Bernardo Silva pushing up into the hole, Gundogan going in. And then if they can do that, I think Chelsea's going to have a world of nightmares. But look, it's just one of them things, man. The game plan can go out the window like it did against United that time with the penalty. It can go out the window. So you can train all week for a match scenario.
I know.
And something happens where you think, wow, it's just done us. Who was it? There's been a few Champions League finals with a few mad sending offs and daft penalties and stuff. Liverpool, Tottenham, there's a penalty early doors, wasn't there? Throws the game plan out the window.
I know. And that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? And you know what these European refs are like, man? These European refs.
This referee on Saturday night is the worst referee I've ever seen. I said it weeks ago when he was announced. I don't like the guy, man. I don't like him.
Spanish one, isn't it? He's a Spanish one, and he gives them cards.
Yeah, we got Guerrero got shot down in the box the other year. They just didn't give it. Just like, nah. It's like, what the hell? But look, my mate, he's a United fan. He said to me today, Steve, he went, do you think UEFA is going to let you win the Champions League when you took them to court and roasted them last year? Do you think they're going to want you winning the Champions League? I was thinking, you know what? If I'm in UEFA, I wouldn't want that. Would you?
But Chelsea knows as well. What about Chelsea though? They were in the Super Cup, so Super League. You know what I mean? So maybe they banned us for 2 years and we took them to court and cleared our name, made them look bad, man. Scary shit. When you start getting deep, man, it's enough to make you go a bit mad. But I'm just hoping football wins for me. Let's just hope Man City can just play the ball, shoot from 40 yards and score, so they can't give any of that VAR. What's the plan then going into Porto? What's the plan then? You know what I mean? In terms of your route there now.
I'm going down. We leave in the morning at 6 a.m. So I'll be in Porto for 8. Just going to check in, chill out, have a walk around. I'm going to meet some Porto fans that I know through Terry's cult out there. Going to show us a few sites. Radio 5 live in the morning on Friday. I'm on there at 7.
On the phone or on the actual mic?
On the radio, yeah. I'm on the mic with a breakfast show. They've asked me to come down, so I'm going to have a few words there. And then basically just Friday night will be the build-up. All the boys will be getting into town, seeing where everyone is, having a good sing-song and that, soaking it up. And then Saturday morning is the big one, innit? Get some nice breakfast and that. Have a work out how far away we are from the ground, where we need to be at what time. And just get in there nice and early, mate, and soak it up and just experience everything about the Champions League final. You know what I mean? It's once in a lifetime. You may never get there again.
Yeah, man, and hopefully you can witness a loss, you know what I mean? That'll be a good one as well, you know what I mean? Drizzy Drez says here, both refs in the final are very bad. They are showing cards a lot. This is what we're going to have to expect, but the mentality of both teams have to be good, man, you know what I mean? We've seen top dogs in this European finals go to pieces, man, you know what I mean? Which one does it mean more to? Which one does it mean more to? Ollie or Pep?
Pep. I think this means, this is just, the pressure Pep Guardiola has been under since he come to Man City to deliver has been unbelievable. They go on about over the other side there, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. If Pep Guardiola was 9th this season and slipped out and finished third, the press, everyone, the pundits would be saying he's finished. Man City need to sack him, get rid of him. He's lost it. He wouldn't have the time. But Pep Guardiola don't get the time. I mean, Ole, you look at Ole. Ole's under a lot of pressure at Man United. It's a massive job for him. You know what I mean? He's under a lot of pressure, and he's trying to. And I've got to take me off to him a little bit. I know he's not playing the kind of football you guys demand, and I know he's not. I know he's not probably signing the kind of players you demand. But at the end of the day, he's got Man United at heart. He's a Man United man. He's not somebody coming in there for the dough. He's coming in there because he wants Man United to win because he's part of the club. So you know, you just got to be careful what you wish for. You could get rid of Ole and you could start again, and you could end up with somebody else. You could end up with another Mourinho, all boring, negative, part of the bus crap. You could end up with Van Gaal. Yeah, Van Gaal was good in his own right, but people weren't happy with him. But the Man United fan base, like you say, you'll never get the whole fan base pulling in one direction with one manager. We'll always get a split somewhere who, I don't like him, you know what I mean? But I think Ole, he's got to win it for himself, for his own, you know, for his own mentality to know he can win it. You know, he's come up short in a couple of semi-finals. He's broke that duck. Now he's in the final. So, you know, look, for a Mancunian and a Manchester lads that we are, if Manchester City can turn up next week, both Manchester clubs can turn up next week with the Europa League and the Champions League, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, all in Manchester. The neutrals are the Mancunian neutrals will be happy. You know what I mean?
And also, you know what I mean? I just think for Man United, in terms of mentality, we need to win this, you know what I mean? Just to kind of know that we're coming for you. I know it's not a big trophy in terms of what Chelsea do, but just imagine that, losing the Europa League, and then a few days later, losing City winning the Champions League. I don't think I will come out this summer. I don't think I will tweet this summer. I don't think I will do anything this summer.
We got promoted in '99, won the playoffs against Gillingham, and you won the treble. So I've had to deal with that.
Someone's asking you here. You're still doing the vlog, Steve?
I'm going to try and get some content, mate, up and going. You know me, I'm not technical. Unless the cameraman comes with me, it's pretty damn hard. But I'll get some sort of content up for the Blues out there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Sam with a super chat. Would you take Kane if it means no Sancho or CDM? You know what? Yeah, funny enough, I've got a video for you from the guys over at Super 6. You know what I mean? They debated where Harry Kane will go this season. And let's see what them man said over there. Akeem again. You know what it's like, man. Hot topic of the week. But yeah, man. Hold the L show. Super 6. Check out the video right now.
Signings. We do that. That's what Manchester United does. However, alongside that, the reason why he probably won't go to Manchester City, and I'm confident he'll go to Manchester United, is because, like you said, Manchester City, not only do they not need a Harry Kane, they play with false nines half the time. They don't need a striker like Harry Kane in the middle. It doesn't fit their mold. It doesn't fit particularly the way Pep wants to play in comparison to the way Manchester United play. And that's the fact. I'm saying, look, do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to say he won't fit into Manchester. I'm saying he's a better fit in Manchester United's team. And that's a fact. And that's the reason why I'm confident he'll come to Man United.
Well, what do you make of that one, man? Man, like, he's on it.
Listen, it's a key minute, man. It's a key minute. He was gassed up when Maguire went to United, innit? Look, it is what it is. If you're Harry Kane, take your Man United glasses off. You're Harry Kane. Are you going to want to go to Man United now? Are you going to want that pressure there?
I know.
You know what I mean? Is he going to want trophies? They're all slacking him because he's not winning trophies, yeah? Where are you going to go? You're going to go to the champions, aren't you? And imagine if we're the European champions. Where's he going to go, man? Or where did you leave Tottenham for? I signed for Man City, mate. They're European Premier League champions. That's if Pep wants him. You know, he says they're saying he does. So I got to trust the manager, man. I said in early shows of the Big Six, I could see Kane going to Man United, and I could. But the more I'm looking at it now, and the more people are making the argument that he's been talking about City to his family, and I'm thinking,
is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I'm hearing about what the England set up, and he's been asking a few questions. It could all be bullshit, mate. He could just turn out and sign for United. He could sign for Liverpool. No one knows. But he's in a very fortunate position. He's a goal scorer. He's won the Golden Boot. He's leaving a Tottenham team that's dead in the mud. That team's gone. It's finished. he's just nothing. Look at Toby last night. The guy was his life and soul had been sucked out of him. So he's got options. If you sign for City, good luck to him. If you sign for United, good luck to him. If you sign for Liverpool, good luck to him. You know, who are we to?
He's got a choice.
Yeah. You know, he deserves it though. Look, he deserves it. He's been consistent, scoring goals and assists. I just think this season he's added a little bit more to his game. I think he's doing a little bit more off the ball than he's done before, and I think that's got Pep's tail up a little bit, because he's not just a goal scorer; he's a little bit more in him. And we're losing Aguero, so it looks like it fits the jigsaw.
Who's the danger man for City? You know, by the way, people, go check out the latest video. Don't take the L. Literally on the link is in the description below. Make sure you go like the video and make sure you subscribe to Super 6. Who do you reckon is the danger man for Chelsea? Who are you fearing? Their front line, their back five, the manager. What's your worries going to the game? Because we'll talk about what City can do, but what can
I definitely don't. I don't fear the manager. I don't. I think he's working with the team the best he can, because it's all he can do. I fear the pace of Chelsea getting in behind us, but that's only when we play the two fullbacks that we play. I think if Kyle Walker plays, then I think they don't get in behind the back, because Kyle keeps it tight. I think Mason Mount's a fantastic player, so he can hurt you from anywhere on the park. So I just got to think we've got to be on him quick in the middle. Don't let him play. But I just think we've got to control the game. We've got to dictate the game. We've got to say, look, this is how we're playing it today. You've got to come and change it. And I think we've got to play high up the pitch, press them, don't give them any time. And I just think we smother them. I just think we're ruthless on Saturday. We've got to go there and say, look, we're better than these. Let's get into them. So they don't know what's hitting. Let's shock them from the start. And I'm hoping that's how the game goes. But like you say, football's mad. And Champions League finals are mad. So
exactly, and also, Man City. This is not new, man. This is new territory. It is absolutely new territory. European winners. You know what I mean? Imagine that, man. It's just, for me, it's unthinkable. Never in a million years. It's almost just kind of hit me now that Man City are in the final and they could be 90 minutes away from winning it. And that's the crazy thing about it.
I've had them visions like yourself where this week I've had, like, when I've been daydreaming a bit, I've had visions of like us lifting it, gets me excited. Then I've had visions of us losing it, which ain't a good feeling. So I'm prepared for every scenario, but like you say, I put myself on the line in the Big Six and said, there's no excuses from us, and there's not. This team is good enough to win this. And if someone said to me, Steve, you can get to the Champions League final and play Chelsea, I'm having that all day. And if someone said to you, you can get to the Europa League final and play Villarreal, I'm sure you'd have took that.
Yeah, of course. Maybe not under the circumstances that we went out of the Champions League, but hey ho, you know what I mean? We are in it, and we're here. I don't know how far we are in terms of getting to the big leagues and the big trophies, but it's a start for us. You know what I mean? But in terms of where both clubs are kind of going, I think City and what they're trying to create for me, man, I just think, Manchester's getting a bit sticky right now. You know what I mean? It's not easy now. It's getting a bit uneasy, Steve, man. It's not what I like, man. You know what I mean? And the banner's kind of started to fall a little bit, you know what I mean? I'll give it on derby days, but it's almost like I'm signing in, signing out. You know what I mean? I'm signing in a derby day. I'm like, pumped up. I'm ready, Steve. I'm coming at you. And the next thing you know, it falls back into the reality of City and where they are.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at United for us. Look, I'm a City fan. I'm not going to say I want United to be anywhere near us. They don't want us to be anywhere near them. That's just football rivalry. But it is what it is. Football's comes around in big transitions. That's why football supporters, if you're a supporter and you're in with a club, you're in for life, man. You never know what's around the corner. It's not always roses and fucking chocolate bars and nights out in Europe. Sometimes that don't happen. Look at them Liverpool fans, in the 80s winning the league all the time. They thought that would never end. It ended for 30 years, you know what I mean? Look at them now. Last year, they were telling us they were back. The unbearables are back and all that. Look at them this year. They were shit. So at the end of the day, football's football. You just got to enjoy it. We're at the minute, Man City in dreamland. We're going in the right direction. I can't complain. You guys have got all sorts of shit going on over there. The roof's leaking. The bogs are pissing out.
You know what, Steve? You know what? I feel like you're a bit calm because I feel like, you know what it is with you? I feel like if you're not in the final this year, you'll be in it next year. And I feel like that's why you're a bit calm.
I know what's coming. I know what's coming. Look, if you look at how fast these guys have accelerated us on and off the pitch, they're not going to stop until they get what they want. You know what I mean? And they said when they came in, the first job is to make sure we can compete domestically for every trophy. That's what they said. They didn't go in and say we want to win the Champions League straight away, because they said we want to do it the proper way. We need to make sure we're competing domestically. And we've cleaned up domestically the last decade in England. We have done. No one's more successful than us. But now's the time now to put up and shut up. Now's the time. You've won the Prem, the Formidables, Centurions and all that. Now's the time to get the big one.
Now's to dominate Europe.
Yeah, that's it. Get the big one. You wouldn't back against, I said to my dad the other day, you wouldn't back against us winning at least 3 or 4 Champions Leagues in the next 10, 15 years. You wouldn't back against it, would you? You know what I mean?
You wouldn't, man. You know what I mean? And I think for me now, Sergio Aguero, what a time to kind of, seal it for me.
Mate,
Emotional,
mate, wasn't the word on weekend. It was emotional, mate. I came in the ground. I walked in. The steward I always see was like, "We're back." I was like, "Go on, we're back." Gets in the ground, and then just the smell of the ground, the grass, the music, people warming up. Richarlison, if he's watching this show, he nearly broke my wrist because I'm sat there looking down at my program. I looked up. Richarlison's hit a smasher from 30 yards in the warm up. It's come right over the bar. It's heading for Big Steve's chop. Put my hand up, boom, saved it. Nearly broke my wrist. Wow. I tell you, and he's like this. Sorry, mate. I was like, sorry, mate. I'll be suing him. You know what I mean? He nearly broke my wrist. I thought, you know what? I'm back. I've nearly been killed off a Premier League ball from Richarlison. Now I know I'm back. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed it, mate. And then at the end, they did the trophy celebration. And the thing is, mate, it took ages to set up all the stages. Everyone had to be COVID away from each other and all spread out, and that it was bullshit. But look, and then the Aguero thing, for him to come on, man, score them 2 goals like it was now. It's just he made his debut against Swansea, came on as a second half sub, scored 2 goals in that net. And his last game, he came on as a second half sub and scored 2 goals in that net. Broke Rooney's record as well. Brilliant.
I know, man. I'm gutted. I thought there was a bit of at least something that we could keep from Rooney, some kind of nostalgia. You know, I'm trying to say to you, but you know what I mean? Someone saying, hey, you know what I mean? Steve moving like Fabian Barthez. I'm telling you what. He was a rubbish keeper, Fabian Barthez, man. He gave me nightmares,
solid wrist action. I palmed it, but solid wrist action. 2 minutes later, I was all right. But I tell you what, it hurt, man. I nearly cried a little bit.
Where does Aguero rank for you in terms of the all greats? You know what I mean? Obviously, for me, I still believe he's the best kind of foreign import, because I know people are going to say Henry and that, but what Aguero people has done for Man City, I don't think any other striker could have done that to Man City. I know Henry, Ian Wright, what he did, for Arsenal. He did it for Arsenal, right? Henry went another level, possibly. But what Aguero did for Man City, though, like I've never seen any other striker do that, obviously. You know what I mean? Because, but he came in, mate, revolutionized.
It was unbelievable, man. I tell you, it was unbelievable what he did. And the record speaks for itself. And like when we spoke about the Henry thing, I wasn't trolling Turkish. I was deadly serious. I sat back and I looked at it and I thought, hold on a minute. Let's not talk about the careers as a whole. Let's just talk about the Premier League, yeah? And as a Premier League legend, he beats Henry on goals to games ratio. He's got more goals than Henry. He got more Premier League titles than Henry. He's got more Premier League hat-tricks. I know Turkish and the boys are talking about golden boots and team of the year. What would you rather have, more goals and more hat-tricks, or more golden boots and more team of the year? So, look, when you take your neutral glasses off, and only Arsenal fans actually take a step back, you've got to rate Aguero for what he did. He scored goals in important games, scored goals in finals, semi-finals, you know what I mean? And Thierry Henry came to the Premier League and he was blessed with pace. Pace and power. Yeah. In the Premier League, pace and power gets you out of a lot of shit, and you can do a lot. Sergio Aguero, he's tiny. He's got little stumpy legs. He's had to fight against these big centre halves, get stuck into him. You know what I mean? And he's done it. And just for me, the Arsenal fans are going to say Henry. I'm going to say Sergio. And I just think for what came to the Premier League, he's never hurt anybody. You've never heard anything about him. He's come to Manchester. He stayed in Manchester for 10 years without his son. For 10 years, his son comes to visit him. He's never lived with his son for 10 years. That's a mentality of a guy that wants to win. That's a guy that knows what he's doing. And he came here, and he in the rain, the snow, and he's smashed it. And he's a legend, a hero of Manchester. He can do anything he wants in Manchester for the City fans. Every Man City fan knows where they was that day. Aguero got that goal against everyone. Fantastic.
I think this comment is probably the perfect comment. Aguero's a better forward. Maybe Henry's a better overall player, because I feel like Henry gave more. He gave more assists. He gave more he linked up the play better. He could go to the left. He could drive in. You know what I mean? He was a danger man. You know what I mean? I think, was a better player at all. But I'm talking about striker. And I think Wayne Rooney now. So Aguero now has to be put up there as one of the greats in terms of strikers. Proper out-and-out striker. You talk about Alan Shearer, Aguero, Harry Kane. I put them in terms of that three of proper strikers. I think overall, Henry, all-rounder, mate. Listen, Henry was one of the best in the world. You know what I mean? Forget Premier League, in the world. So, obviously, for him to go out in there, will he start him? That's a problem, though. I don't think he will he?
No.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, but look, he's not a bad option, is he? Look, we need a goal last 20 minutes, Champions League final. Sergio Aguero coming off the bench. If he gets a chance, you know where it's going, don't you? You wouldn't, listen, in an ideal world, if Sergio Aguero scored the win on Saturday night and won the European Cup for Man City after 10 years when he said, I won't leave.
Change the whole argument.
That is just unbelievable, mate. That would be the greatest story in football history, man. Won the Premier League with the last kick of the game. Won the Champions League when he said he was leaving. Like he said, I'll leave Man City when I win the Champions League. And then walked out the door with a European shoulder on his back and went and had a bit of a piss up in Barcelona with Messi.
I remember that. Last year when you got on the Champions League, I remember putting it on Instagram. And I put it, you know what I mean? I put it on Instagram and I thought, that's it. Aguero's done now. And I tell you what, I might have to delete that, man. That's crazy, though. That same article, was it in the Mirror or something or like that? I don't know what it is. It was in somewhere, And he goes, I won't leave until we win the Champions League. And lo and behold, you've got 90 minutes away. One kick, one De Bruyne cross, one Fernandinho cross. You know what I mean? That Fernandinho cross was unbelievable for Aguero. One of them away, mate, and City could be winning the Champions League, man. It's unbelievable. I feel like whatever Man United do on Wednesday, I think it could absolutely be wiped out, And I mean, I'll be deadly serious, United fan. This is where I get real, and I'm a realist, It could wipe out every feeling you have, if Man City go win the Champions League.
If Manchester City was in the Europa League final,
I know.
You was in the Champions League final, you guys would have banners, you'd have Mickey Mouse ears on, you'd be taking the piss. Man City fans do not give you enough shit at the minute. You know that, don't you? You know that. But Man City fans are a different breed. We sort of feeling sorry for you a little bit with your leaky roof.
The roles are reversed.
You know what I mean? I'm going to send over some of that roof and gutter seal, in a tube and that. You can start to get someone up there and do the roof and that.
This is the thing, man. You know what I mean? I think the roles are reversed to the point where Man City fans now are not feeling sorry for us. They're not. They're almost like, it's like when you know what I mean? You go off your ex and that, and you see them, and they're just like, you're like, nah, I'm good now. I'm good. I'm moving on with my life now. You see your ex thinking, you know what I mean? She's with some next level geezer, and he don't give a shit about her, and he's just dragging her left, right, centre, and you're there just chilling. Sunny Spain, in a villa, you know what I mean? Everything's cozy. You've got the life. You know what I mean? You don't need to worry, man. And that's what, for me, that's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. Imagine that, man. I think for me, that would be the big reality check. And that's where Man United will say to themselves, right, go buy Harry Kane now. And that's where United fans could
realize that we're a desperate club. And this is the problem, people. If Man City go win the league, you just know Man United are going to go get Harry Kane. You know why? Because it's just desperate. When that last game, Sergio Aguero, you know that moment, right? You was there, weren't you?
Man. Yeah.
You was there. And then what happened the next season? What happened the next season?
Van Persie, innit?
Van Persie. And that's why, for me, this is where it could get tricky. We can't blow our budget. If Man United do it properly, we'll be back somewhere. We'll be back maybe in about 5 years' time. Winning the Premier League.
That next season, there's a mate of mine did some work at David Platt's house, and City wanted Van Persie, and don't think the Sheikh wouldn't sanction it. And we signed Scott Sinclair, fucking Javi Garcia, and Jack Rodwell. What the hell? And
Javi Garcia was decent. He was all right. Javi Garcia.
Yeah, he wasn't that good. But like you say, but look, them days are over, man. That's never happening with us again now. You know, we're at the level we got now. Pep Guardiola won't allow that. Mancini got caught napping there. He had a great strike force, Mancini, you know what I mean? Balotelli, Dzeko, Tevez, Aguero. We thought, we're made for it. But we needed freshening up a little bit. And United did it. And Van Persie was class. I'll never forgive Sammy Nasri for hiding in that wall against United. That free kick.
Man, that lovely moment. I remember I was in a cafe that day. You know what I mean? And I remember watching a game there, man, and unbelievable. Running on Great Western Street and just celebrating, man. It was unbelievable. Jovic was a decent striker, though. You know what I mean? Just didn't make
injury prone, innit? Injury prone.
Yeah. Someone saying there, Blue Media goes, I still want to win the Champions League, but once we do, I couldn't care less about it. That's kind of a true point, you know, because Arsenal fans can't talk to you. You know, they can't say anything to you. You'd probably be bigger than Arsenal if you think about it.
We've got more Premier Leagues. We've got more Premier Leagues than Arsenal now. You know what I mean? We're doing
so bits now. Arsenal.
Yeah, win the Champions League. We're bigger than them. Listen, the City get the same old stigma here. Oil club, right? That's jealousy, yeah? You've got no fans. That's bullshit. If you know your history in Manchester City and fans, learn it and you'll realise that these teams that are saying we've got no fans, their average gates are like 30,000. We're getting 54,000. So if we were getting like 12,000, then take the piss. And you know what? Chelsea get no shit. I remember Chelsea getting 15,000 at Stamford Bridge. I remember Chelsea bringing 500 to Main Road. Couldn't even sell the away end out. So this myth about Chelsea, usually do your homework on Chelsea if you want to see what a little tin pot outfit looked like, because Chelsea were poor, man. On and off the pitch, poor. The only thing Chelsea could do was have a scrap. They're a right firm. But other than that, it was shit.
Yeah, man, they're right firm, man. I'll tell you that, man. They're a proper mean ones. I'll tell you that, man. You know, I'm trying to say to you, big up everybody who's tuning in right now. We've got over 400 people watching. Big up the stream and live stream. Let's get the likes up, man. Should be a good excitement. Someone said to this, are you going to do a vlog? What do you reckon?
I'm trying, mate. I'm gonna try and do it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try and get it done. Do you know what? I just need to people. Every time I mention Man City fans, people say I get triggered. I don't get triggered because listen, I know the truth. So I'm telling you the truth. So I'm not gonna. You want me to come on these podcasts and tell you the truth, but then when you're talking lies in the comments, you expect me to just not say anything. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Do your research. Look at the average attendances. Look at averages attendances before the oil money came. Yeah, we were getting more than Liverpool. We're getting more than teams like that. So it's a lot of nonsense. But it's just the only thing people can beat Man City with. I know it's football banter.
I know. It's football banter, man.
It's all jealousy, man. It's all jealousy, mate. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But you know, listen. You know, I don't take the piss out of anyone's team. If you're a local guy and you go and support your club, and there's 20 years there, fair play to you, man. That's you and your team. Go for it. Doesn't matter, does it?
Absolutely. Charlie's saying, when's your flight? When's your flight to Porto?
Tomorrow morning, mate. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, people, man. What time is it? 8 in the morning or 6 in the morning?
6-ish, I think.
Bloody hell, you got to sleep at what? What time are you going to go to bed?
I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. Me, I'm supposed to have a show with Matisse, the Oil Boys, but I'm really, really tired.
Matisse. If you're watching this right now, he's telling you right now he can't make it. So,
Matisse, you know what I mean? I've got bigger things going, man. I'll send you a video later.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, man, you need to go to bed. Obviously, Manchester Airport. Are you getting Manchester Airport? Yeah,
Manchester Airport, mate. Yeah,
man. Get yourself a little brekkie. There's a nice little restaurant. I always get a little veggie brekkie there. You get me, man? Just chill out, man. You know what I mean? Like,
are you a veg? Yeah, are you a veg?
Yeah, man. We can't eat pork, innit? Haram, innit?
Oh yeah, but don't you do all that mad fake pork and shit like that? I went to Egypt once. The guy was giving me some fake shit. I was like, "What's that, mate?" He said it's something like turkey pork or something. I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll swear
it." Wow, man! What do you mean fake pork, man? It's pork or no pork, man. You get me? We can't eat pork,
guys,
man.
I know you guys, man. You guys, when the people aren't around, are eating all sorts of shit.
Yeah, but they're the bad Muslims, man. You get me? We shouldn't be eating pork, man. You get me? You know what I mean? Now and again, maybe, you know what I mean? We'll have a little Haribos and whatnot, but other than that, man, you get me? We don't mess around, man. We can't be eating the sausages in the Manchester airport, man. Oh, Steve, man, you cracked me up there, man.
Hey, I swear to God, mate. No, I was in Egypt, yeah. This guy gave me some bacon, yeah. I went, "What's that? I don't like bacon." He went, "It's fake bacon." I went, "Fake bacon?" He went, "Yeah, it's made of beef." I said, "It's not bacon."
Oh, my God, man. Someone needs to clip that, you know. I'm telling you now, people. That was hilarious, man. Fake pork, yo. Steve, man, never change, man. Never change, man. You get me? And we've got a super chat for you here from Cruz Gunner. He goes, "Big Steve, I'm a big fan of you. Do you have any great memories against Arsenal before the takeover? Serious question, no banter."
Arsenal, mate. I remember Arsenal doing us at Main Road. Ian Wright got one last minute. I remember Thierry Henry and that flattening us 5-0, I think, at Main Road, giving them a round of applause. We never really did well against Arsenal, I'll be honest with you. I remember Anelka getting sent off at Highbury. I remember that Thierry Henry and Pires trying to do that cheeky penalty at Highbury when he tried to pass it to each other. Danny Mills nearly killed him. The Adebayor after the takeover, Adebayor when he scored, ran the length. You know where I was, mate? I was in Egypt, in Sharm el Sheikh. I was in a bar. It was me with my City top on and about 50 Arsenal fans. When Adebayor scored that goal, he was sliding on his knees in front of them, and I was sliding on my knees in the bar, and I nearly got done in. Serious. And then my mate was a United fan, yeah. And after the game, United played Tottenham, and I think United were getting beat at half time, and they came back and won at Tottenham. So we had a mad day on. We had a mad day on the bay. City had done Arsenal, Adebayor, and United done Tottenham, and me and him just got steamy and ended up lost in Sharm el Sheikh.
Yeah, I think that season, Wayne Rooney scored. We won 3-1. I think we had a what's it called, a red card that day. We still won. Them days, man. I miss it, man. You know what I'm trying to say, but you know what? To be fair though, we got something called Quan. You know Quan? You can have Quan. Yeah. So you can have that, man. You know what I mean? Big up Mo Farah and all that, man.
I swear to God, now I'm gonna bring out pork testing machine. I'm going to walk down Cheetham Hill Road, and then I'm going to stop in them cafes. Going to say, "Are you Muslim, mate?" Go, "Yeah." Go, "Let me just test your sausage here. Stick it in the sausage." I bet it's not corn. All them guys are eating proper. I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you, man. You never know, man. You know, nowadays, man, you don't know what's going on, mate. You know what I'm saying? You have to check everything, man. But give me your team for the game, man. Give me your team, man. Give me your team for the game against Man City. You know what? Let me do it on here. I think I might be able to get it here. 1 second, people. By the way, people, get the likes up, people. We are literally 1 second. Read Man City. It's still not sponsoring people, but you know, we have to still move. You get me? Emails are going to be sent soon. You know, them ones there. Let's get it up right here. Right, we're here. Right, what's your team going into the Man City game? Right here, we've got it right here. Who are you putting in there?
Be 4-3-3 again.
4-3-3, yeah. Here. So Edison in goal. Edison Morales. You got me? Right back.
Walker.
Yeah. Reliable Walker. Who you putting centre back?
Diaz, Stones.
Yeah. Left back.
This is tough, man, because Zinchenko's a little bit more steady, but prone to the odd mistake, and Cancelo can get a little bit giddy and go missing and let everyone in behind him. So I'm going to go with Zinchenko.
Yeah, you got to, man, especially when they've got their tricky wingers, man. You've got to just play it simple. Cancelo, man, I don't know what's up with him, but he started off one of the best right backs in the league, and then all of a sudden, He's out. Kyle Walker's back in there. It's crazy, isn't it? How life goes, isn't it?
Against Chelsea, he's too gung-ho. He gets caught all the time, and then he ends up with Diaz trying to chase back and cover him, and then it pulls the whole defence all over the pitch. But with Zinchenko, I know he's prone to a bit of a mistake, but he's steady and he won't go too far forward. You know what I mean?
Who you putting up front? I mean, in the midfield, sorry.
Well, this is another tough one, obviously, with Rodri and that. My mind was made up a few weeks ago with Rodri, but I've changed my mind. I'm thinking Fernandinho. Fernandinho centre mid there.
You've got to, man. You just need that hustle and bustle. The referee, you know what? He's going to give a lot of cards out, but he knows how to get the right fouls. Tactical fouling. The king of tactical fouling, man. Fernandinho. I'll tell you what, man.
Gundogan.
Yeah. You put Bernardo there. Is he been on form, though? Or is he just one of them teams that he clicks in a team when everyone else is playing well? He goes under the radar, Bernardo, doesn't he?
Bernardo is key to a lot of things we do. His work rate and the running in the games and everything we do is key, man. And he's essential. He's got to play. So Bernardo on the other side there.
Yeah. And then who are we having up front? It's got to be the front four, isn't it? Mahrez.
It's going to be Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, and De Bruyne in the middle.
It's got to be, man. It's got to be. And then we've got De Bruyne on the middle, man. That's the team there, man. That's the team for you right there. Edison, Walcott, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Phil Foden. And then obviously, Steve, I don't know if you want to give me your predictions. Are you going to give them me, or are you going to keep it until the day?
I'm going to keep it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send you a video on the day.
Yeah, send me a video on the day. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about it.
I just don't want to jinx this.
Put a video on it, put it onto the Big Six show, and then we'll put it out like, you know, your predictions, because we've not talked about it, have we? So they might play your video and put it on the Big Six.
Yeah, they'll probably play it Friday. And I nearly caught you in that prediction league this week. Ooh.
I know, man. I know, but I won it, man. I think I'm going to win it next season, man. There's something about how I predict things and whatnot. Yeah, I'm just too good at it. But then again, you were winning start of the season as well, anyway. So
I was leading for ages, man.
I'm going to predict. So I'll give you my prediction, and I'm going to try to be balanced because I feel like what's the point of me saying Chelsea going to win, man? I want Chelsea to win. Don't get me wrong, but I just think City, man. This is their time, man. This is the time for them. I think they beat Man City. I think they beat Chelsea 3-1. Yeah, I think they beat them 3-1.
I hope you're right.
I think they beat them 3-1. And people, let me know your prediction for the game. Man City versus Chelsea. Let me know your prediction because I just feel like City. It's now or never. Adam, he says here, shout out to Super Chat, because as United fan, we are proud to banter by you lot. I read somewhere today the good work NUFC do for the New York community. Big up. You know, massive. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, it's massive, mate. What we're doing over there. In Australia, just built a new training ground for Melbourne. And the team we bought in Uruguay, FC Talk, just built a massive training ground for them. So these guys are helping people all over the world, man.
Yeah, 100%. I don't see Chelsea doing it. I'm already getting nervous. Penalties, 3-0 City, 2-0 City, 4-1 City, 2-1 City. Yeah, but not a lot of Chelsea, man. You know, there's only one Chelsea on pens. I just don't see Chelsea, how their form picks up, man. I just can't see it, man. I just can't see it. 3-1 City, 1-0 Chelsea, City 4-1. Okay, Man United now. I'm going to go Man United 2-1 in extra time. Steve, what are you saying? Villarreal, Man United. I think you've already given it. I forgot what you said on Big Six.
I think United will win 2-1, mate. I think United will win
2-1. 2-1. And people, let us know your comments below for your game at the Gdansk Stadium. Steve, man, wish you all the best. You know, safe journey, safe flight. You know what I mean? It's going to be an emotional one. Make sure you don't forget anything. You get me? You don't want to forget your charger and whatnot. Then going into Boots and paying 20 quid for a charger. You know what I mean? That always happens to me, man.
I need one of them charging pod things, them.
Yeah, of course. You need one, man. Them, I've got one. I'll send you one from there. There's one from Amazon, right? And it charges you 8 times. It's only 25 quid, mate. Once you charge it fully, it charges, you get me, 8 times your phone. You know what I mean? So you've got an iPhone, haven't you? You got an iPhone, haven't you?
iPhone, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you one of them. You know what I mean? And we'll hook you up. But yeah, man. Everyone say safe flight. Hope you lose. You know what I mean? Big up, portable charger. That's it, people. But people, this has been a Manc Talk brought to you in Manchester. You get me? Also, Big Steve, man. Big up yourself. Make sure you follow him on the socials. Big Steve MCFC. Link will be in the description. Make sure you go check him out. Safe flight and whatnot. But people, big week for Manchester. Who wins the Champions League? Who wins the Europa League? But hey, we could win the Europa League. And about 3-4 days later, Manchester City could win the Champions League. Listen, it makes me sick.
Sounds good,
but
man.
Hey ho, times have changed, eh? But we'll be back next week for the big Manc Talk. You know what I mean? It could all go so bad, or it could all go so well, and we'll be celebrating live on the show. But people, like the video, subscribe to Saga TV, and we're out, people. Take care, bye-bye, and peace.